Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm the Gnarly Gnome. This is called a Weekly Pint. It's a bit of a happy hour. No, it's not a bit of a happy hour. It is a happy hour. It's an excuse for me and you, for all of us to hang out together and have a drink. This is like a digital bar, a virtual bar, a place that we can go and we can hang out and have something at the same time. It doesn't have to be beer, as you guys will see as you jump on the chat. It can be whatever you want it to be. However, sometimes it gets a little rowdier if we drink alcohol. So I like to drink alcohol because it's more entertaining. But as you jump on the chat, please tell us what it is that you are drinking so that we can all feel like we are taking part together. Marco has a truth. Julia is sipping on Sam Adams Winter White Ale. Josh with a Sam Adams Winter Lager. Ryan is having water because he already had 2 at Jungle Gyms this evening. There's nothing wrong with that. Chris is having Braxton Blueprint tonight. I have nothing in front of me. However, I soon will, because that's the way this works. Ryan promises to be rowdy regardless. That's what we like. Let's see. Eric is having homebrew porter. Okay, yeah, that's I think I might still have like 1 can of homebrew beer hanging out somewhere in the basement, and I am not drinking that tonight because it's not very good. I've talked about this on podcasts before, but I was never like a great home brewer. I wasn't necessarily bad, but I was not great. I would just say completely mediocre. I never had a batch that I like dumped out or anything that tasted so horrible that I couldn't drink it. But I never had anything. I had 1 beer that I would say I was really proud of that I would love to be able to share with people. But unfortunately, I drank all of that one, so it's just gone. It's been gone for a very long time. No, I'm gonna drink other things, which brings us to the most important way to start off a show that is not a show, and that's this little thing that we call the schnappening. It needs some kind of like little theme music about drinking schnapps. This time of year, no, it is not Christmas time yet. However, we're entering into Thanksgiving week, so we're getting there. This is one of my favorite times of year to drink. I feel like I say that a lot. The second half of the year, I love as we head into Thanksgiving and into Christmas, and it's a great time to drink beer. Or a great time to drink anything. So I'm ready to celebrate. We've got the Moose shot glass, and it's probably going to be a while before you see me not drinking peppermint schnapps for the schnappening. And Julia says, I need a shirt that says schnapps happens. Eric says, Bullwinkle glass. No, this is Marty the Moose. This is this is similar to the glass that Clark and Eddie are drinking out of in Christmas Vacation. They have a larger one, which we have a bigger one upstairs, but this is the shot glass version that I sip my peppermint schnapps out of for months now as the weather is chilly. Although the weather is not chilly today. It does not feel seasonably appropriate. That's the downside, I guess, of living in Ohio. But you'll get sick of hearing me talk about it because I'm going to drink a lot of this. It tastes like liquefied candy canes. For anybody that does not know, this is Voltage Peppermint Schnapps. It is the best peppermint schnapps that I have ever tried, and I have tried many. Far too many peppermint schnapses. It's the best. Ryan says, ever put a shot of peppermint schnapps in a chocolate stout? Seems like it'd have potential. It does. In fact, I will give full credit to the folks over at March 1st for inventing a drink that they call the Sleigh Bomb. And that is a peppermint, a chocolate, I think it was a chocolate porter. Might have been a stout. I think it was a chocolate porter with a shot of Voltage Peppermint Schnapps in it, and it is freaking delicious. I can confirm. I've had many a Sleigh Bomb in my time. All right. Prost, cheers. Happy Thanksgiving week. If you hear my dog barking upstairs or the kids running around or something, they have decided, since they don't have school this week, tonight is a movie night. And of course, that means that now my entire house is in chaos. Just constant chaos. Prost. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that's good. Oh, it's so good. It's like the blood of Santa Claus, what I imagine that would taste like. So good. In fact, what we'll do here is I will take this microphone and I will aim it up so that times like this, when he starts going nuts, we can turn on the chaotic family mic. Are they watching Scarface? It's a classic. Or Aliens? No, they are watching Wicked, I believe, because they are going tomorrow to see the new Wicked. Unfortunately, Dad's got to work. All Dad does is work, so I don't get to go see Wicked. I still have not watched the first one, so I don't know that I can go see the second one yet. All right. Oh, here we go. Chaotic family mic on again. No, he stopped. This is why it's not a show, because if your dog decides to bark throughout the show, it's bad. That's bad show etiquette. You should never have a podcast that has a dog constantly barking in the background. But if you do like a virtual happy hour that's not really a show and your dog just starts barking throughout the show, nobody can say anything because it's okay. It's not a show. See how I do that? See why I do that? I will admit my peppermint schnapps is a little bit too Christmassy for a warm day like today, especially since it's not even Thanksgiving yet. Thanksgiving is happening this Thursday. Marcus says Pleplius glass. Yep, always something Pleplius around. I don't know if you guys realize this, but in every single show that I do, somewhere in there is something Pleplius related. It might be as obvious as a glass. It might be actually Pleplius hidden somewhere in the background. If you pay attention back here, sometimes he'll appear back here. It might be as incredibly boring and not noticeable as like a logo on my shirt. There he is. There's Pleplius. Or a hat or something, but he's always in there every single show that I do. Trivia, and that dates back to the very first episode of Cincy Brewcast, which I don't know if you can find those videos anymore, if I've got the videos, but Pleplius was in every single episode. You couldn't always even see me, but you could see him. He was always sitting somewhere on the desk or the table where we were. He traveled with us for every single show. Trivia. Okay, I'm going to crack open a beer, and this one is more seasonably appropriate for Thanksgiving week. I'm not going to talk a ton about Thanksgiving drinking. That was one of the topics that I was going to hit, but I'm afraid we're going to get too distracted with other things. But if we want to, we can, about what you drink during your Thanksgiving meal. But this is a seasonable beer. I think I've never had this beer. I actually don't know anything about it other than what's on the can. This is called Decorative Gourd. This is from Seventh Son. We'll put it on the drink cam. That's what it's for, right? Decorative Gourd. It's an ale brewed with roasted butternut squash and spices. From Seventh Son. Okay, there's some notes here. It says garam masala meets whole roasted butternut squash in this rich caramelized tribute to fall. Okay, and it's brewed and canned by Seventh Son in Columbus. That's all that it tells me, other than the fact that it's 6.8% ABV. Let's see. Wouldn't it be funny if it tastes like Christmas? Julia says Pilgrim. No, unfortunately not Pilgrim. Although Pilgrim is on tap right now at MadTree from what I understand. I don't think they did any packaging of it. I don't know the last time they did packaging of it, but we'll see. Ryan says, I got my ticket for some special day after Thanksgiving drinking. Heck yeah, we will talk about that. In fact, that's the first topic that I've got written down that we need to talk about. Which brings up a great point. Tonight's episode is sponsored by the fine folks at Cincinnati Christkindl Market, which is going on now, and more importantly, by the Holiday Craft Beer Extravaganza, which is a beer festival that's happening next weekend down at Cincinnati Christkindl Market. They're sponsoring this episode, and we'll talk about why in just a minute after I drink this beer. But yeah, hang out down at Christkindl Market all winter long. It's a ton of fun. Not only do they have like the traditional Christkindl Market kind of shops and stuff set up and a bunch of food and obviously tons of great beer, they have like a huge fest tent this year in the middle of everything that has just all kinds of fun stuff going on. Chris points out working 8 to 7 on that day. It's also my birthday that day. Happy advanced birthday. I think that's a good birthday present. It also, we're starting at 7, so we'll probably, if you could still get down there and we'll still be drinking, just throwing it out there, it would be a good birthday present for you to drink with us. Okay. Marco says, I don't think I would like that. I'm assuming this beer. We'll find out. I mean, it smells like a fall feast. Yeah, it smells gourdy. It smells like a good what most of us think of a pumpkin beer smelling like. Definitely not like over the top like cinnamon, nutmeg, pumpkin spice. This is more like an earthy sweetness, like a gourd. It smells like you stuck your head inside a pumpkin, which is a good smell. It is a seasonable smell. All right, let's dive in. There's not a lot of, you got to get it really up to the light to start to see some color come through. It's brown. There's a lot of redness to it that I was not expecting. That's a good looking beer here. Let me put it on ye old drink cam. On the drink cam, it just looks really, really dark brown. Yeah. Cheers, everybody. Prost to Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Here, let me take a drink and then we'll talk. Ooh. Oh, that's great. Super, super like subdued on all of the big fall flavors. Like it's just a good. Well, there it comes a little bit at the end. It gets a little bigger. Oh, that's fun. That's good beer. Yeah, that's a great Thanksgiving beer. That's one of those beers that I don't want this during my meal. I want this like either before or after. Maybe like with a cigar after I eat this giant feast. This will be a great beer. That's good. Makes me burp. I will answer your question in just a minute, Ryan. So let's talk Thanksgiving first before we talk about day after Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is, I don't know if I've ever admitted this. Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. My absolute favorite holiday. It beats Christmas for me. That probably requires a little bit of explanation, but in theory, I should like Christmas more. And some of the memories that I have of Christmas are my favorite memories. The perfect Christmas would beat out Thanksgiving. However, Christmas is never perfect. It's always hectic. It's always busy. I never get to sit and just kind of enjoy the fun of the holidays. It's always stressful trying to buy presents, trying to afford to buy presents these days, trying to get to all of the people you need to spend time with. It's a lot. So that knocks Christmas back a couple pegs. Best decorations, but the holiday loses some points. Thanksgiving to me. So if you think about what makes a perfect Thanksgiving day. So you wake up early, which I enjoy. You wake up and it's still kind of chilly outside. You start cooking. House starts smelling good. You start drinking a little early. You maybe have a cigar while you're standing out by the smoker or the fryer or however you're cooking your turkey outside. Uh, the parade's on. You get to hang out and watch the parade, which is just perfect, mindless TV. The kids enjoy it. You enjoy it. It's a ton of fun. And, people start coming over. You have this huge like family get together, family and friends. The people that you care about the most are all there, just hanging out together, just drinking and having fun. Then football is on TV, the ultimate TV sport. My favorite thing to watch on TV is on all day long. And then you feast. You have tons of food. And the food, the Thanksgiving food is like one of my favorite meals because it all just goes together so perfectly. It's not like if this accidentally mixes with this on your plate, it ruins it. No, everything gets better if it mixes together. The meal it's the perfect foods that go together. And then maybe you drink a little bit more, maybe another cigar, an afternoon cigar, some more football. It's just so much fun. It is by far my favorite holiday. And then as soon as that day is over, you are now kicked into winter season and celebrating Christmas, and it's great. I love Thanksgiving. Eric says that Thanksgiving had such great childhood memories, driving up to New Indiana to drink Carlton Black. Okay, Black Label. Swear at Purdue football. Yeah. It's a, and I say family holiday in a very different way. Like Christmas is certainly a family holiday, but this is a different type of gathering. It's just it's more laid back, more relaxed, more just about being with each other. Like I remember some years we'd play poker. Sitting around the dining room table playing, nickel and dime poker with family. Like some years, like it's always fun. It's always enjoyable. I love it. So I'm very much looking forward to this week. It is my favorite holiday, and this beer would be a welcome addition to the repertoire of things that I would be drinking that day. And I do drink many things that day, many different things. Usually with my meal, we'll go down that rabbit hole a little bit. Usually with my meal, I'm drinking, I might have some wine, a little bit of wine, maybe, depending on what's open at the table, if something catches my eye. I'm probably drinking a Saison, or maybe like a good, like earthy Brett beer, but something a little funky is usually the way I go. But to be honest, if you look at my place setting at a normal Thanksgiving meal, there's always a glass of water going on. There's probably the special beer that I'm opening, something that I'm opening just for the holiday. There's probably something that I was drinking beforehand. There's probably some kind of big, giant, dark stout that we opened up that a bunch of us are sipping on. So there's probably like 4 or 5 drinks sitting like surrounding my plate, which is kind of fun for me too, because I like pairing food with different things, and it's fun to take a bite and then try this beer with it, and then take the bite and try this beer with it and see what goes with what. It's just, I enjoy that a lot. So yeah, Thanksgiving, nerdy holiday for me, nerdy food and drink holiday, but just a ton of fun. Let's jump into the first topics before we get too far down the old rabbit hole. Okay. Live event this week. Be there or be lame. We've been talking about it for about a month or two now. Black Friday. I am doing a live show from Christkindl Market, from the Holiday Craft Beer Extravaganza. You do not need to buy a separate ticket or anything like that to get into my live event. It is just in the big fest tent there on the stage, I'm assuming. If not, we'll be tucked in a corner. It doesn't matter. We'll all be hanging out. You can purchase your tickets to the Craft Beer Extravaganza, to the festival, and I encourage you to buy tickets to the Craft Beer Extravaganza because that gets you access to all of these other beers. There are 2 different tickets that you can buy. There is a $25 package, which just gives you the beer tickets to try a bunch of different beers that you want to try. And we'll talk about the beers. Then there's also a $40 Stein package that comes with a Stein, their big ceramic Moorline Lager House Stein, and then membership into their Stein Club, and then also the tickets, the tasters. I encourage everybody to get the Stein Club. I like Steins. I have more Steins around this house than any human being needs, but I love them, especially, and note this, especially when I'm drinking winter beer, because as was mentioned, there might be hot pokers involved, and hot pokers are way easier to do in a Stein than they are in a plastic cup. It can be done, but it's better. With all of that being said, I have some tickets to give away. I should have sent a message today to clarify which tickets I have to give away, because I don't know if they are just regular tickets or Stein tickets. I'm going to say I think they're Stein tickets. And if they're not, we'll make it happen. I've got two of them. I've got a pair of Stein package tickets to give away to somebody that's listening live. So prepare yourselves. We're gonna figure out a way to Stein these tickets up. Ryan says, I didn't get the Stein. That's okay. It is okay. You can get the regular one, and you can probably upgrade it once you're there. They can probably make that happen, but you don't need to. The beer is the important part, and the camaraderie of us all hanging out together is the important part. Okay. I'm going to think of a clever way to give some tickets away here. I've got a pair of them, and I'm going to give them away. All right, we're going to go. I think you're going to have to call in for this. Okay. We're going to do this. This is maybe, hang on. Let me see if I've got some trivia that I can answer, or I can ask here. Whoops. Wrong button. I've probably used these questions before, actually. Oh, yeah, we've got some. All right. I have a game that I call Name That Beer. This is... Oh, man, I wish I had my theme music. I've got, like, full-on... Hang on. I have full-on, like trivia theme music. Unfortunately, I'm just unprepared in life, especially on this show, because it's not a real show. I have so many different clips on here. I have Christmas music. I don't even have it on there. It's not even on my phone. Whatever. Pretend you're hearing theme music for trivia. Here's the deal. You got to call in if you want to win the tickets. Like a full-on radio station. I've got a pair of Stein tickets that I'm giving away. You got to call in and answer one out of 3 possible trivia questions, and if you don't, then you don't get the tickets. And these are fairly easy. This is a game called Name That Beer, and all of these beers that are listed on here, yeah, I've definitely used them before. But you got to call in 567-703-7465 in order to win. That's assuming that I have the phones turned on. I do. I was also today trying to figure out if there was a way that I could start doing video calls every once in a while. And I think I figured it out, but come on, nobody wants to win free tickets. There it is. All right. Hello, you're on the Weekly Pint. Who is this?
Hello.
Oh, hello. Are you ready
Hello.
Are you ready to attempt to win some tickets?
How come nobody else has called in?
Everybody's afraid to call in. I think that's the thing. Nobody likes to call in.
I think the thing is, nobody else has it saved as a contact. Everyone should have it saved as a contact.
I think that it's easy enough to call it even without it being saved in a contact. I think they're just afraid. They are afraid. Julia says,
well,
I don't like talking on the phone, even for free stuff.
Oh, I started sending her a message telling her to call in, and I was like, she's not calling in.
All right, well, Marco, are you ready to attempt?
Oh, it's me. Yes, it is me. Oh,
are
so
you?
You knew it was me.
I did, of course. Are you ready to attempt to win a pair of free tickets to the Gnome Show and the Holiday Craft Beer Extravaganza? Playing Name That Beer.
I'd give him my best shot.
Okay,
I'd give him my best shot.
I think these are pretty easy.
I could lose.
You could.
No, I could lose.
You could.
I mean, it's possible.
You've got to get 1 out of 3, and I think that's a pretty good odds. All right. This first beer, I'm going to give you the description of the beer. This is the description from the brewery. This is a local Cincinnati brewery and a local Cincinnati beer. I'm going to give you the description. You need to tell me the brewery and the name of the beer. Okay?
Oh wow, I got to get 2 things.
Yeah, you got to get 2 things. 2 things. One set of 2 things from one of 3 questions. Are you ready?
Okay.
This first one.
I don't love my chances, but let's go.
You'll be all right. This first one, dark as the Covington night. This beer features notes of stone fruits, chocolate, coffee, oak, roasted malts, and umami. With an oil-like consistency and a tan head, it's bold enough to inspire you and strong enough to light up a city. If you need me to repeat it, I can.
That is Braxton Dark Charge.
Nailed it. All right, so you already got your one. Told you, it's not that bad.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. You got them.
Oh, okay. All right, great. I won tickets. Hey, I won tickets. You want to quiz me with the other 2?
Yeah,
or
let me give you.
Show?
No, let me give you a couple more here.
All right.
This one's a little bit harder.
But okay. I can't lose them. I already won.
Yeah, you already won them. You're good.
Right?
And I will.
Okay.
I will text you after the show, and we'll get everything figured out for that. But, all right.
Oh, that's wonderful.
This beer. All right. This sessionable Pilsner celebrates the fellowship of Cincinnati beer with traditional grains and a blend of American and noble hops. And just like the song, it's a beer you'll adore. Badass like a bison? I don't even know what that means, but I know the beer.
Oh, man.
There's a couple hints in there. I can tell
Badass.
you. I can give you 2 specific words in there that'll help guide you into the beer if you need the hint.
What's lager, noble hops?
Those are important to figure out the beer, but the word fellowship and song are 2 things that you need to kind of guide you into it. Julia thinks she knows that one. Feel free to put it in the chat if you think you can get it before Marco can.
I'm going to say that's Vlad from Fretboard.
That was close. It is a Fretboard beer. Mellowship.
Oh, is it Mellowship?
Mellowship.
Mellowship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go. Here's another good one for this.
I knew once I said it, I knew it was Mellowship.
Julia guessed Fretboard's Mellowtone, which I will give you credit for that, but that is not the name of the beer. That is 2 separate breweries
and
put
I'm
together.
A trivia host.
All right, here's your last one. Here's your last one. So let's pretend if you had gotten the first one wrong also. It would have come down to this. It didn't, but it would have.
Okay. Let's go.
This hoppy red ale balances crisp hops with juicy malts like a well-worn flannel, embraces the cold, early, dark days of winter. There's some good hints in there, too.
Is that Ryan Guy's dad?
Nailed it. Yep, Ryan Guy's dad.
All right. Well.
Good job. I didn't think they were that hard. They're a little tough if you don't know your beer, but I think they were all right.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Now I'm happy to have won, and now I need to get on the work app and get my shift covered so I can be there.
Absolutely,
and it'll be awesome.
It's going to be a ton of fun.
It'll be awesome. All right,
it's going to be a ton of fun.
I'm gonna hang up and listen to the rest of the show.
All right.
Bye.
See you. Bye. So I got giving away tickets. Making an assumption right now that I had 2 Stein tickets to give away, but if not, we'll figure it out. I'm pretty sure they said that was cool. All right. So yeah, the live event this week, it is going to be a ton of fun. And for anybody that was doubting that it's going to be fun, let's hit the beer list. I've got the final beer list. I haven't even put this in an article or anything yet because I just got too busy today and I didn't have time to finish it. So this is, I believe, first peek at the beer list for next weekend's festival. In alphabetical order, from Alexandria Brewing Company, we are going to have their Oatmeal Raisin Cookie, a great beer, if I might say so myself. Braxton, their Flurry. This is their new winter seasonal IPA. It's I believe, a New England IPA. It's big, kind of juicy. It's good beer. I had this for the first time, maybe a week ago, maybe something like that. It was good though. Darkness coming at it with their Mayan Sacrifice. I know a lot of you guys like that beer. It's been a long time since I think I've had that beer, and I'm kind of looking forward to get my hands on it again. I think that one might be a prime candidate for some beer poking. We'll see. DVD Brew is coming out with Johnny's Winter Solstice. I have definitely not had that one. Let's see. Moving on, 50 West with their Xmas Cookie Ale. Also haven't tried that in a couple years, I think. I don't know if I had any last year or not. Yeah, looking forward to that. Esoteric with Snow Day. I have had that one this year. I had a couple pints of it the other night. Great beer. I forgot how good it was. Really, really good. Almost like coffee or chocolate kind of going on. It's a white stout. Just really, really good beer. Delicious. Fretboard with Drummer Boy, and I have heard that this year's batch of Drummer Boy is the best yet, and I have not tried it yet. I've seen it, and I just have never been in a situation where I'm willing to dive into a beer that big at the moment. But maybe I will on Friday because I need to try that. High Grain coming at it with their winter seasonal, their Pho King Christmas Ale. Yeah, pho, like the Vietnamese dish, pho. And then it's the king of that, Christmas ale. Let's see. Mad Tree with Holidays, always a good choice. Moreline Lager House is coming at it with 2 of them, of course, because it's their event. They've got Chris Kindle, their winter beer, and then a special one, a hazelnut Baltic Porter, which, oh yeah, I need to get my hands on that. Northern Row with Caroler, Rheingeist with Dad, Sonder with Broby, Sons of Toil is going to be there with their Parson Brown Winter Ale. Let's see, Third Eye with Winter Cometh, and then West Side will be there with their Holiday Ale. There's a whole bunch of stuff there that I think a beer poker will work really well in, so stay tuned. Julia says, I need that one like yesterday, the Hazelnut Baltic Porter. Yes. Also probably good for beer poking. Let's see. Ryan just picked up barrel-aged Drummer Boy tonight. Yeah, I think that's you know what? That's what I should have done is opened up like a big old dark beer today. Maybe I'll do that here if I finish this fast enough. I think I've got some Dark Charge chilling in the cooler. Okay. Eric says, great lineup. I agree. I think it's going to be a really, 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 really good festival. It'll be a ton of fun just hanging out with people and having a drink. As it always is. Okay, moving on. Since we're talking about Black Friday, let's talk about some of the other stuff that's happening on Black Friday. I am of the belief That Black Friday is no longer about buying TVs and blenders. It is now about buying beer. And it's been that way for a while. And I'm not talking any of that Goose Island stuff. I don't care about Goose Island. I'll drink it if it's in front of me. But that's not the beer that I'm talking about. I'm talking about good local beer from our local breweries. And I tried to make as comprehensive of a list as I could, kind of off the top of my head. So if I missed an event, please jump in the chat and tell me that I missed it. And we're going to go alphabetical order on these two to kind of try to make sure that I don't miss anything. BC's up in Mason/Lebanon, depending on how you count it. They are doing an Adopt a Mug event. They have a bunch of mugs from their mug club, of which I'm a member. However, I have not abandoned my mug, even if I don't go and drink out of it as much as I want to. It's there, and it is waiting for me to drink out of it. But there are many mugs that have been abandoned over the years. They are doing this event where you can come in and you can look through all the mugs that have been orphaned, and you can adopt one and become a mug club member, or just buy the mug and take it home with you if you think it's a really cool mug, because they're these really cool, like, glass blown mugs. Everyone is unique. They're all different. And I think that is a really, really fun way to do a mug club. They're gorgeous, and they all have their own kind of personality. So you can do that, and it's a good excuse for you to go join the mug club at BC's. Brink always does a big thing for their Black Friday. They do a big kind of dark beer release. There's a bunch of variants of a lot of their kind of core beers. Core is probably not the right way to put it. A lot of the more popular beers, a lot of their things that people are chomping at the bit to get their hands on. They do some variants of those on tap. They also are going to have 2 different versions of their 700 Imperial Stout, 2 of them available in bottles. And then they'll have prizes and all kinds of stuff throughout the day, just to kind of keep people hanging out and having fun. Sonder, I'm sure everybody knows that their family tradition release is that day. You need to pre-order your bottles if you want to get all of the bottles. You should be able to try everything on tap if you show up on Black Friday, but to get a set of the bottles, you need to pre-order them tomorrow, I think, is when the pre-orders are active. And then they're also selling tickets tomorrow for a big dinner that involves all of them that's later this winter, which I'm really trying to figure out if I'm going to be able to make it to, because it looks like it's going to be good. But yeah, pre-orders, and then they'll all be on tap, and you can try them all at the tap room. We should talk about the variants, because we haven't talked about that yet. Oh, goodness. Like I said, there's so much to talk about, and I'm spending so much time talking that I'm not drinking, which means I'm not going to get to the other beer. Hang on. That's a good beer. Okay, this year's variants. You've got the base family tradition, which is a 2-year aged stout, and 4 unique and rare 10-year bourbon barrels. And I find it interesting, and they have never clarified, when they say this phrase, unique and rare 10-year barrels, rare is capitalized, but they don't specifically tell us what the barrel is. I think there might be something to that we can deduce by that use of capitalized rare, but maybe not. Might be me just reading into something that isn't there, but maybe. It's got flavors of oak, vanilla, caramel. If you've never had family tradition, it's a great beer. Maybe I should drink that one. I think I've got one of those chilling somewhere here. Yeah, it sounds good too. Okay, that's the base one. Then you have an English barley wine. This is not an Imperial Stout, obviously. It's an English barley wine made with Maris Otter and a bunch of different English malts. Kettle additions of blackstrap molasses and maple syrup, fermented with English yeast, obviously aged for 21 months in a blend of blackstrap and spiced rum barrels. Oak and raisin, sweet, fruity flavors of fig jam, vanilla, cherry, honey. That sounds good. That sounds really good. Moving on, we've got the coffee variant. This is with Script Coffee, obviously. They're friends at Script. Colombian coffee with vanilla. I love coffee stouts, like more than I think I realize. And every time I have like a big coffee imperial stout, I remember how much I love it. Yeah, that might be the one that I'm looking forward to the most. Then there is a peanut butter, Tahitian banana, and marshmallow family tradition. Yep. Then we've got a orange toffee and cashew fudge family tradition. And then to round it out, there is the Dubai chocolate family tradition. All of these sound great. But yeah, like and maybe it's a little too basic for me to make a big deal about it, but coffee, just a big coffee imperial stout, I think is way overlooked. Like I feel like there's a lot of these big imperial stout releases, and people are doing like kind of crazy flavors. Like the peanut butter banana marshmallow is clearly a fun flavor combination, and it's going to be delicious, I'm sure. But I think that stuff like that overshadows just a great coffee stout. Like I just love coffee and big roasty boozy stouts. Ryan says the barley wine also sounds really good. It does. They all sound good. So that's the Sonder release on Black Friday. And all of these are events that you could go to before you come and hang out and poke beers with me. And that's acceptable. Make sure you have a driver if you're going to be consuming at different events throughout the night. Be safe, but hang out as many things as you want to. Like that's half the fun. Street Side is doing a pancakes and bourbon tasting with Augusta Distillery. So they'll be firing things up early, and I think that would be awesome. But they are also sneakily releasing their apple brandy and fruitcake variants of their Fata Morgana Belgian quad. Apple brandy is probably one of my favorite barrels to put beers in. Especially when it's a good barrel that kind of imparts a lot of those flavors into the beer. Really, really fun. And I kind of think I might like Belgians. I think I've come to that conclusion. So I'm kind of looking forward to get a taste of those at some point. Let's see. Third Eye. Obviously, Third Eye is another one of those ones that does a big Black Friday release every year. And this year they are releasing 4 different versions of their barrel-aged double Astral. They've got a coconut version, a coffee version, and then Paradise Lost, and then obviously just the base double Astral. And then they're selling a 4-pack that you can get of all of them together, which I think is great. There are times where, and they usually do 12-ounce bottles of these, I believe. Somebody can correct me if they know different on this one, but they usually do 12-ounce bottles, so it's not this huge outlaying of money like some of these sets of some of these big imperial stouts can be. Let's see, Wandering Monsters. They have a trio of collaboration beers that they are releasing, and they are releasing details about each of the beers throughout this week. So we don't know a lot of the adjuncts on them all yet. They have the one that we know the most of is the port barrel aged porter that they did with Fremont Brewing, which that sounds really good. And then they've got an imperial stout with Magnanimous and an imperial stout with Lua, and both of those I don't know details about the adjuncts yet, but they're releasing all 3 of those, and then they're also doing mystery merch bags. So like T-shirts and stickers and all kinds of stuff in these mystery bags. You don't know what you're getting until after you buy it, and I think that's kind of a fun thing to do, especially for Black Friday. You can pretend like you're Christmas shopping. Let's see, Westside is doing their barrel-aged Mexican stout and their Mexican hot chocolate stout release that day. Both beers that fit perfect into the seasonal drinking that I love so much. Maybe not today because it's kind of warm out. I think it's going to rain tomorrow. Maybe that'll make it feel a little more seasonal. But even then, I think it's going to be warm again. So I don't know. I don't know when it's gonna feel like winter. I'm ready for it though. Like I'm ready to dive into that season. That doesn't mean I'm celebrating yet. I'm not celebrating Christmas, even though I was drinking out of a moose head shot glass and I was drinking peppermint schnapps. I'm still drinking pumpkin beers or gourd beers. What is this? Butternut squash beers. It's kind of like a pumpkin. All right. Moving on. What is next on my list? Let's see. Oh, okay. We're going to have to back things off here and get a little not as fun. So much for Cincy's dedicated cidery. Okay. The news dropped this afternoon. Northwood Cider announced on their social media that they are, in fact, closing. I'm torn on this. I mean, not torn. I'm sad. I'm sad that they're closing. I'm a little perturbed that they made a big deal. This is not their fault. I mean, it is their fault, but it's not their fault. They made a big deal back in, September, when they put the business up for sale, which is a clear sign that the business is not doing what it's supposed to be doing and that there are obviously things that need to change. But they were very clear that they were not closing. And ownership even reached out to me to make it clear, and for me to make it clear to my readers that they are not closing. So then to just a couple months later be closing is a little rough of a pill to swallow, but I get it. Again, it's not that they wanted to close. It just, things happen. We can actually let's read their actual statement here, so that I don't have to summarize how they worded this. If I can figure out how to pull this up, I think that should do it. Okay. Their statement is, I don't know how easy that is to read on there, but I'll read it for you. Northwood Cider was founded as a passion project, a love for both quality cider and gathering friends together that exploded into a full-blown business centered around the idea that great cider fosters great community. Our cider community that started with craft markets, Reading parties, and boozy book fairs has grown to include some of our region's best restaurants, bars, and breweries. Seeing people experience hard cider for the first time made from freshly pressed apples and the highest quality ingredients is our greatest joy. We never get tired of hearing, "Wow, I didn't think I liked cider." Unfortunately, we can't keep the party going forever. Like many craft beverage producers and hospitality businesses around our region, we are facing difficult headwinds with significantly increased operating and production costs. A challenging economy and changing consumption patterns, it's a hard business and getting harder. After more than 3 years of operations, our taproom's last day of operation will be December 13th, 2025, and we hope you will stop in before then to help us celebrate the community you have all helped to create. Enjoy a few ciders and say hello one last time or two to our wonderful taproom staff. Until then, we'll be open during regular hours, pouring our handcrafted ciders and hosting events like our holiday market full of local artisans on December 7th and a final hurrah closing party on December 13th. We're deeply grateful for this community, the joy you have brought to our lives, and a welcoming space we've all built together. We want to give special thanks and a big shout out to Candace, our head cider maker, Molly, our taproom manager, and all our amazing bartending staff over the years for the dedication and heart they poured out to make Northwood Cider what it has become. Thank you to all of our partners who worked with us to host events, and most importantly, we thank you, our customers and friends. We couldn't have done this without you. Support your favorite local spots. They need you now more than ever. Thank you for your support and the memories. We will miss you. I have a lot of mixed feelings about it. And Julia nails it there. She says, when will places stop lying, though, and say we're trying hard not to close, which is why the business is for sale, but things are getting tough, and we're doing the best we can to try to keep the doors open, or something like that. I agree. No, on the other hand, like, this is a place that is at least announcing ahead of time, hey, we can't continue. We're giving you, a few weeks here to come in, enjoy what you loved about this place if this was a place that you loved, come say goodbye and do it the right way, instead of just, hey, yesterday was our last day and we're done. That's a little hard for people that love these places and consider them their spaces. So I'm at least happy to see that from them. But yeah, this one, I don't know. There are some places that it has been a little more angering to me when they aren't honest about what's going on. I kind of get it. Like, there is more to why people will kind of withhold some of that stuff versus others. So it's a business decision sometimes, I guess. And maybe they were thinking, and this is assumptions on my part, maybe they're thinking that it's going to be hard to sell if people don't think the business is successful. But if the business was successful, it wouldn't be for sale. That's the way I kind of look at it. I don't know. I don't like it either way. I don't like seeing a local business close, number one. I really don't like seeing a space that fills this very unique void in drinking in the city close. Not that it's easier to see a brewery close, but there are lots of other breweries that can fill that space that they had. There's nobody making cider to the level that these guys were. It's a good beer. Hopefully, maybe this will encourage some other local breweries to start dabbling more in cider than what they are. And I don't know that there's a huge market for cider, but there is a market for it. Or maybe this will convince some other places to maybe expand into the Cincinnati market. I've heard rumors that there are certain cideries that are in this region that are looking for a space to open up in the area. Maybe this will convince them to move quicker on that. Julia points out that West Cider exists. Yes, West Side is making cider. Rheingeist still has at least one cider. Chris says 10 Cap does okay. I didn't mention names, but I said that there are some regional cideries that I know are looking to expand and are talking about expanding into the Cincinnati market with a physical location. Maybe in Lebanon or Mason or somewhere around there. Maybe that is happening. It's 10 Cap. 10 Cap is looking at Cincinnati, of course. But yeah, there are cider drinkers here, and if you find the right spot, and not that Norwood is the wrong spot, but I think that there are better places for a cidery, especially if that's all that you're doing is cider, to be. My personal opinion, which obviously doesn't mean much of anything. Chris says my brother has been their architect in the past. They got a cool little space up there. I would like to see them do something. Now, again, just you have to be real smart about where you are, and you have to have plenty of other products, which I think is Northwood did good about that, about having great beer on tap and making a space that still was welcoming to beer drinkers and felt like a tap room. And 10 Cap does too. So you have to do that in this city right now. That's a good beer. Okay, but now I'm empty, which means we should open something else. Okay, do we go? I want to go with something that's, we could go something that's in the cellar and just drink cellar temperature. Okay, do you guys want me to go? Here we go. I'll let you guys pick. And then I'll From your choice, I'll pick like two things, and you can pick one of those. Do we go something that is on the older side or something on the fresher side? Do we go Imperial Stout or do we go weird style? And first person that picks one of each of those things will define where I grab these two beers. So I need older or newer, stout or weird. And it's not going to be that weird. I don't have that many beers in the cellar, but it will all come from like the big wintry shelf is what I call it. Not going sour beer or something like that. And Julia says weird and old. All right. Like me, yeah. All right, here, let me turn on the other mic so I can talk to you while I find something weird and old. I also need a flashlight. Weird and old. I'm gonna pick two drinks. Weird and old. I have so much crap sitting here that I can't even see properly. Okay. Weird and old. Okay. All right. Okay. Ooh, I want to drink that. Okay, that's not really weird, but I'm going to pick that as one of them. There's stuff in here that I didn't even remember that I had. Oh, what is that? Okay. 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 All right, I got two of them. One is weirder than the other. Okay. Broke my rules. One is glass. This will work. Okay. One is definitely weird and old. This is from Revolution. This is Straight Jacket barley wine in a can, so it's probably got all kinds of BPAs leached into it. This was filled on 10/31/2019. So, barley wine, kind of weird, and old, definitely old. It might even cause cancer. I don't know. Yeah, there's so much dust on here. It's all right. Or we can do, I know I said weird. This is not that weird, but it is old. This is from 2020. This is the Apple Brandy Auto. Apple Brandy Barrel-Aged Tiramisu Stout from Sonder. Yeah, I kind of want to drink that. You guys make your pick. Do we go Apple Brandy Auto Tiramisu Stout, or do we go BPA laden Revolution Straight Jacket? Both pretty old. We're talking 5 or 6 years. Ryan says the Revolution one is going to taste like vinegar. And then I got okay. Julia says, save the apple brandy, Otto. Otto, for your own good. Okay. Ryan is saying that the Revolution one is going to taste like vinegar. And now I need to drink it just to see. I think I have another one of these that I kept refrigerated the whole time. This one I threw in there as an experiment. If this tastes like crap, we'll move over and we'll open the Otto. Let's find out. It doesn't smell like vinegar. It smells like malty, bourbony goodness. We'll find out. Looks good. It smells good even from here. Okay. It smells fine. Okay. That smells great. Like chocolatey deliciousness, actually. Smells really good. All right, let's see. For science, bottoms up. Let's see. It's a little more carbonated than I want it to be. But no, that's good. Chocolatey. The carbonations throw me off. I wish it was like a little smoother, I guess, a little flatter. That's a good beer though. Let's see. Let me read about this a little bit on here. Barley wine ale, aged in bourbon barrels. It is 15.8%. Holy smokes! Yeah, that's definitely eaten into the can. It says our barley wine ale features American and Belgian malts, which provide the base for this extraordinary ale. After 12 months in bourbon barrels, the award-winning straitjacket emerges with notes of stone fruit, toasted coconut. Ooh, maybe I'm getting some of that coconut. I think I'm getting that. Molasses and vanilla coming in waves as you swirl the glass. Enjoy now or store cold. I did not store cold. I stored cellar temperature and cold just to see. Yeah, it's coconut. Definitely some coconut. That's fun. That's a good beer. You know what? It works. Again, I don't know the safety of aging a high alcohol beer in a can for that long. I don't know that I've ever seen any actual studies on it. It's something that'll be interesting to dive into and read about. But so this might be killing me. This might be giving me cancer. Really good though. I remember this when this was fresh. That I didn't love it. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. I think I just remember it being really, really boozy, and like the booze was just so overpowering from everything else that I didn't enjoy it. And this is enjoyable. Maybe I require more alcohol now. Julia says that she is sure that RFK Jr. could give me some very accurate stats about the level of danger I'm consuming. Yeah. I'm going to go as far as to say I really like that. Barley wines are funny. Like I've had some fresh barley wines that were just so unbalanced to me that I didn't enjoy them. I've had some aged ones that were too cardboardy that I didn't enjoy them. There's like a very narrow sweet spot for me that I feel like I really love a barley wine to be in. And I'll be damned if this isn't right there. I mean, it's a big old beer for a barley wine. But yeah. Yeah, it's good. Hats off to Revolution for nailing this one. I think I got this for Christmas, probably that year, probably 2019. Somebody got me I don't know if it was a 4-pack or a 6-pack of this. And I drank one fresh, let one sit for maybe 6 months, drank that one, and then I stashed the other two in, it's got to be in that fridge out there. I think I have one in that fridge, and I've got the one in here, or had the one in here. And that's fun too, like when you have a beer that like you remember like who got it for you and when they got it for you, and like it becomes this little time capsule. Like I do remember going to pick these bottles up because it was in the middle of all of the kind of COVID craziness, and I had just had a kid. I believe when I bought this, I had either already quit my day job or I was getting ready to. I knew I was quitting it. Something. I just remember that feeling of sitting there in the tap room. I had just bought these bottles. I bought a couple of them, and was having a pint of something, and just kind of thinking about this stage that I was in this whole journey that I'm on in life, and like this bottle like reminds me of that right now. It's fun. Like that's to me that's a big part of what drinking is supposed to be about, is like capturing these moments, be them just with what's going on in your life or with, you know, like these moments that you're making with people while you're drinking. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. A trip down memory lane as we head into Thanksgiving week. We'll wrap things up, guys, because I'm gonna sit and drink this barley wine and reminisce about life. Think about things that I'm thankful for, which I will give you a couple things that I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for you for making this show a thing, for supporting this whole like weird live podcast that isn't a podcast. I appreciate that so much. This is a show that I never pictured myself doing before it became a thing, and I love it so much now, and that's because of people like you guys. So thank you for that. For all of you who support by being Nomies, I appreciate that so much. That helps kind of fund some things that I'm able to do, and I have good stuff coming in the new year. I believe I can't really announce the project yet because there's still a couple things that I got to line up. But either spring release or worst case scenario, we'll do a summer release of a project that I've been bouncing back and forth on for a very long time. I had a thing done that then I was rethinking. So I started redoing the thing and making it look a little different. And then just in the last like 6 months or so, I decided that didn't make sense in the way that I wanted it to. And I have to be cryptic about all of this. It didn't make sense in the way I wanted it to. So I started rethinking what it looked like. And it was like I got hit over the head with like a big bag of bricks. And I was like, oh my God, like this is the way this thing should look. And then with that, it opened up this whole like fun way that I could incorporate that into the people that support on Patreon and give them more value for what you guys are already paying for. It's gonna be fun, and I really hope you guys are as excited about it as I am, and I think you will be. I'm hoping that I'll be able to start kind of talking about it a little bit at the first of the year, and kind of letting you guys know what it is, and starting to prepare the world for this next thing. And I'm hoping it becomes as big of a piece of what I do as the other big chunks. Like, so when I think of the content platform that I use, obviously the website is a massive part of it. We got the website, which is the thing that started it all, and you have podcasts is what I'm going to call it. So both this show and Cincy Brewcast and Drinking with the Gnome, those things together form the podcast, and they are a platform. Social media is a platform, and I enjoy social media, and it doesn't really make money. There are pieces of it that are helpful, but it doesn't make money. It depending on what content I'm making, it can pay for itself. But even that's not how much time I spend on it is probably not. If I factor that in, it's not making anything. And then you have YouTube, which is definitely not paying for itself, but it is a platform that I believe in. And then this is a new thing that adds on to that is as big in my mind as any one of those. It is that big of a project. So I'm excited for that. And I'm thankful that you guys are enabling me to start thinking about that. It's not always, I live a very strange life because of the way I do things. I have the business side of what I do that tries to help pay the bills. Is not always an easy thing to do, and the Gnome itself, like this talking about drinking in the city, is very rarely something that is able to pay any kind of a bill. There are pieces of it that pay for themselves, and that's about it. But that's the thing that I love. That's the thing that I'm passionate about, and that's the thing that you guys enable me to do. If any of that makes sense. It's very fulfilling when I can find things that I feel like will help me spend more time doing the things that I love. That's probably the best way that I can word it. And I think that this will be one of those things. So thank you for your support. If you like this or if you like any of the things that I do, you can always go to thegnarlygnome.com/support and support that way. But there are definitely more ways coming that you can help get the word out and let people know, and hopefully help keep growing this thing. And in the meantime, drink good beer, drink something local, support the places that you love here around Cincinnati, because there are a lot of places that need you. There are a whole bunch of places that need your support. Cheers, everybody. We will be back. We'll do this again next week. I don't have the new outro music ready to go. That's fine. We're going to do this without outro music. Pretend that you hear some fun music, and we will see you next week. Well, depending on what shows you're subscribed to, maybe sooner, or if you're going to be there live, maybe sooner. We'll see. Cheers, everybody. Thank you very much. Everybody, have a happy Thanksgiving. Tell the people that you love that you're thankful for them. Let's end with that. Cheers. We'll see you next week.